Welcome to another Loops lesson. Okay, so I'm not going to review all of the letters we've done before because now that we've gotten into our kite strings letters, we have enough so we can just review kite strings. We don't need to go all the way back to clock climbers. But as I always say in our cursive lessons, if you feel that you need more practice with some letters, find a blank sheet of paper and just write the letter as many times as you want, or as many times until it's in your muscle memory. Okay, so I'm going to turn to our kite strings chapter. The first letter we learned was the base letter I. Okay, I'm going to write a few I's on here just so we can get a refresher. So we start here. Up, down, I. Remember, I have that slant there. Up, down, I. Up, down, I. Remember, you have to finish the letter I, and then make the dot. If you use I in a word such as dig, you make the whole word, then you add that dot for the I after you finish the word. The second letter we learned last week was the letter U. Remember, you start with that base letter I in the beginning, and the U is kind of like two I's without dots. So we'll make a U now. Start down, up, release. Up, down, release. Up, down, release. Remember, keep it slanted still. It's not straight up and down, it's still slanted. Now the letter today that we're going to be learning, we're kind of just adding on to that base letter and repeating the movement. So I said a U is kind of like two I's without the dots. Well, the letter today we're going to be learning is like two U's connected. So it's like three I's without the dots, and looks a little bit different at the bottom, but I will go over that with you. So we're doing the letter W. So it says here, make a U, follow it, and then you're releasing it for another part of a U, okay? So you start at the bottom, you go all the way up to the middle line, down, up to the middle line, down, up to the middle line, release at the top. So that is the difference. You're not releasing at the bottom in this letter. Okay, so let's do it again. Trace with your finger, up to the middle line, up to the middle line, down, up, release. You pick up your pencil up here. Not right at the middle line, but underneath it a little bit. Let's do it one more time because it's a different release. Start at the bottom, go up to the middle line, go back up to the middle line, go back up to the middle line, a little bit down, release. Okay, try it in the air. Up, up, down, up, release. Up, down, up, release. Okay, now we're going to try it on here. So you start down here and you're going to go up, down, release. You can't really see my little release because I'm writing with an expo, but I go down a little bit before I release it. Okay, so do it again. Up, down, a little bit down, release. Okay, and the reason that release is in the not right at the top is because that is where you're going to start your next letter. Okay, and I'll show you what I mean by that when I show you what you're going to be writing in your workbook today. So your workbook has you starting with a bunch of I's, which is great. You always want to start with that base letter. All right. After that, it has you do some U's. And that's also great. You're going to do a bunch of U's. So with the I's, remember, you're probably going to fit 8 per line. There's 2 lines, so 16 I's, 16 U's. Then you do a bunch of W's, maybe fit 16 W's. Then in your loops book, they want you to write the word wig a few times, okay? So learning how to connect the next letter with a W is a little tricky. It's different than what we've done in the past. So usually you're connecting at the bottom line. Here you're connecting up in the middle. So if we're writing the word, and I'll write it in print here, we're writing the word wig, okay? Now we remember that the W is this. We remember that the I is this. And remember that the G is this, okay? But because the W ends up here, we have to connect this I to up here. So it's going to look a little bit different, but that's why when it makes the word together, it combines differently than if you wrote the letters separately. So let me show you. So if I made my W, instead of going back down, I just jump over to the I. Okay, do you notice that jump over point? Okay, I didn't bring it back down to this line. Okay, let me write that again for you. Okay, so your jump over point is what I'm going to be looking for on your workbook today. Okay, I want to make sure that you know you're not writing it like this. Oops, I messed up my mess up. You're not writing it like this. That is not right. I don't even know what that is. Do not follow that. Okay, so let me do it once more up here so you can see the correct way. Okay, so that is how you write wig. Now, they also want you to write the word wag, so I'll do it on here again with print first. So let me write wag like a dog wags its tail. So remember, it would be W, I, oh, not I, that would be wig again. A, G, okay. So when you're connecting the A and W again, you're connecting up here. You're always meeting that first letter, okay? So let's do it. Jump out. I didn't really pull that down a little bit. I'll try to pull it down a little bit more in here. Okay, so see they're connecting up here, not down here. I'm gonna write it much larger so you can see it. I'm not gonna follow the lines, so don't pay attention to my lines. Do not write your letters off the lines like I am. I just want you to be able to see. Okay, so you see the connection point is up here, not where the A would normally start down here, and my G should be connected. All right, so you're gonna write these words probably like 4 or 5 times per line. And then they want you to try and practice the letter with your eyes closed. And that's always important to see if it's in your muscle memory. Okay, so today you're responsible for, oh, and I wrote the wrong page number, of course, on your schedule, page 11. And you do need to post a picture of this to Seesaw once you're finished. So have fun with it, ladies. Please let me know if you have any questions. I want you to pay attention to those connection points, and I will send it back to you if you need to edit, okay? Pay close attention to those connection points and have fun.